Hi friends, it's Terry Stewart, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in the U.S. and Central Maryland. Welcome back to day 5 of my 12 days of crafting with the Advent Calendar, the 2025 Advent Calendar crafting allocate, oh my gosh, from Stampin' Up! So I've been crafting each day with the ingredients or the products I find in the doors. So we're on day 5 today. And let's jump in. I'm going to move the camera, and so it's going to get shaky and blurry and all the things. And if you get sick, look away because the camera is moving now. So I'm going to move it up. And you see my light, my big head. Let's see if I can tilt this down and turn the camera around so you can see my crafting spot. Okay, I'm going to move it. We're still moving. Okay, I think that's going to work. Maybe just a, oh, sorry. Okay, I think that's much better. All right, you can look again. Let me get my laptop going here. So if anybody's joining me live, I can say hey. Of course, if you're joining me on replay, welcome. Thank you for being here with me as I craft away. So, yes, I am using this 12 days of crafting adventure calendar, advent calendar. It is an adventure. I don't normally craft without having a plan or have something I am casing, which is copy and share everything. So normally I have something I'm going by, and this time I'm just crafting on the fly. A little nerve-wracking, but I'm enjoying it. So this advent calendar, it's Stampin' Up's first one. It is not in any printed catalog. You can only find it online exclusive while supplies last. So if you are enjoying this advent calendar, watching me craft, and you want your own, go to my online store. This is the item number and purchase it because I'm sure they're going to sell out because it's just a fabulous product. It comes with a stamp set, so let me show you. So that just came with the advent calendar, but it was not inside one of the doors. And I've been talking about why I like this. I love these sentiments. I like when it has printed and handwritten fonts. They mix and match the fonts together. Just one of the things I love. And the variety of sentiments. So I have used, this is day 5, so the 4 sentiments I've used so far: the birthday wishes, big thanks, healing hugs, thinking of you. Today I plan to use miss you. And then there are images. We have a butterfly, there's the wings and the body, some flowers, some greenery, more flowers, and what I believe is a cupcake. Now I have not used the cupcake yet, but we'll see. So without further ado, let me open my advent calendar. Kind of slide it out here, and the last one I opened was day 4, and we got some labels, labels that had gold foiling on them. Now we are moving on to day 5, which is a larger door. So who knows? The marketing that came with this advent calendar says that there would be embellishments, there would be paper, there would be dies, tools. So I really don't know what's going to be under this flap. I have not looked. I have not peeked at what other people when they've done their reveals of their advent calendar. So it's going to be a surprise. So let's see what I get to craft with today. Let me open this. Okay. Oh. So this is a mask with a brush so that we can do some like stenciling. It's a stencils with a brush. So let me put my crafting advent calendar away and let's open this. Now, I had no idea we were going to get this. I wasn't planning for this. So we're going to have to do some maybe readjustments on the card that I had planned to make. This is fun. I'm excited. So this is a little brush. I guess you kind of do stamping. And these masks, I don't know if you can see, this one has number 1 on it. Number 2 here. Number 3. And number 4. And so if we lay these all together, you line these notches up in the left corner, and we can kind of see what we're dealing with. It looks like it's a floral. Okay. So all right, let's set this aside and let me think about how to approach this. Now, originally, I have been picking color combinations from the annual catalog. There is a color wheel on page 136. You can purchase this color coach. And then the color theory tells you about 3 different color combinations: a monochromatic, complementary, analogous, and triadic. So I have done a card in using each of these color theories. And today, my plan was to go with monochromatic, which it explains one color that you love, pair it with shades and tints of that same color, and your colors will always match. So my thought was, I took a paper from the DSP we got on day 2, and it looked like it was Old Olive. So I got a piece of Old Olive cardstock, and then I took and cut some pieces of basic beige that coordinates with it. So my thought was I was going to make since the last 4 cards have been portrait, I was going to make a landscape card. I was going to put this basic beige and layer it with the DSP. So I think instead we're going to use our mask and use colors. So now it's not going to be a monochromatic, although I guess we could do a monochromatic. So what color flowers do we want to do? So I brought in I plan to use Old Olive ink, but I think since we're doing monochromatic, I'm going to bring in, sorry about that, garden green. So let's do garden green, because this is 1 and 2. So we do the flowers in Old Olive, and then there's some leaves that go with that. We could do those with Old Olive. No, garden green. So garden green is going to be our stems, and then our flowers are going to be in Old Olive. Yeah, let's do it that way. Okay, and I haven't done stenciling in like forever. So let's see how this goes. I have some sticky notes here. I'm just going to tear it so that the sticky note part is on this end. And I'm just going to, this will hold our cardstock in place. Get some more. And then we're going to use the mask, the stencil, and I'm going to take my pencil so I can find this spot again. Move your pencil over here. And my camera is drifting down, so let me pull it towards me. Hopefully that will solve the issue somewhat, maybe. So this is where the notch is going to be. And mark it down here so I can put these stencils back in the same spot. And then I'm going to take some more sticky notes and I'm going to secure the stencil to my workspace. Put that there, and then we'll do one on the top, and hopefully that will be in the right spot. And then we can put stencil 2 right on top of that. Okay. And we said that we were doing the flowers in Old Olive. So let's bring out this. This is going to be fun. As I said, I have not done stenciling in forever. I'm just picking ink up off my ink pad and then going inside of the stencil. And each stencil will put another layer, so when we go to stencil 2, we'll put another layer. Okay, and I got quite a bit of ink on that. I'm going to leave that because we're going to now move on to stencil number 2. So lift stencil 1 away, and because this is a water-based ink, I can just take this to the sink and rinse it off. I'll put it up here for a minute. And now we're going on to stencil 2. I'm just going to lay it with my V marking up here on the left. And I'm going to put my sticky note to hold it in the right spot. And come back with some more ink. So this is just going to make it darker. I think these will add some details. This is a lot of fun. I like this little brush. Okay, so now we are done with this stencil. So pull this up. I'm going to move on to stencil 3. And stencil 3 is leaves. So this is stencil. We mark, line it up with the notch and my other. There we go. Take a post-it notes and secure the stencil to the cardstock. And I'm going to put the Old Olive and bring in the Garden Green. Now this does have a lot of Old Olive. I'm going to rub it on my chamois off to the side. The chamois does absorb the ink, so it should take some of it off from the brush. Getting rid of the old olive so we can switch to the garden green ink. So I'm taking quite a bit off. Just dab some more on the. Okay. Now we're going to move on to our garden green and our leaves. So dab some on. Definitely a different color green. Alright, so stencil 3 is done. I pulled my sticky note. Put that aside. And let's bring in stencil 4. And line that up with our notch at the top. And our other guidelines. Okay, and now some more garden green stenciling. So I'm just kind of pouncing in these little dots here to make sure that color gets in there. So these little bristles get it down inside the stencil. These are very narrow little stencils. This is fun. Like I said, I don't even know the last time I did any stenciling. And you just pounce, make sure that everything is colored, and that is what stenciling is done. So let's do the big reveal. So take off our Post-it note, our stencil, pretty, very pretty. Okay, so, I think I'm gonna. This panel I cut at 3 1/4. Yeah, 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. I think I'm gonna trim it down. Maybe I'll make it 3 by 4, and maybe we'll put some of this in the background. Yeah, I think that's how we're going to approach it. Oh wait, this one was a 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. This was 3 3/4 by 5 because I intended to that to be the inside of my card. I should have stenciled on this smaller panel. All right. We'll make it work. Make it work. Crafting on the fly. As I said, not my forte, but doing the best I can. So let's make this 3 by 4. And right now it's 5 inches. So I want to take a 1/2 inch off each side. Make it 4 inches. And so what is it? 4 by 3 1/4. 3 3/4. card base. Let's do 2.5 inches, and we'll cut it at 5.5. So 2.5 going one way, and turn it and do 5.5. This is 6x6 paper, so just a little 1/2 inch there off the end. And my bone folder, crisp that score line. So put this here at the bottom, stick this here in the middle, and then I plan to use that greeting, the Miss You greeting, and a label from the Day 4 door. So now we just have to pick which label we want. We use the square one on a Day 4 card, so I think I want to use a different one. Maybe that one? Or what other one do we have in here? Kind of big. Yeah. This one or this one? Oh, that kind of looks pretty, huh? Yeah, that's the one. We'll use that one. And I'm going to stamp it, since we're doing the monochromatic. I'm going to stamp it in Old Olive. Keep my finger in ink. Do a Miss You. Make this up. And center it. And I can look through and see. And then give it a good press. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Beautiful. So I'm not going to use the square. And I think we might put some gold dots on there, since we have some those embellishments. Here we go. So let's assemble our card. Take my paper. So this is unique designer series paper for Stampin' Up. It does not have a design on the back, which makes it easy to decide. A lot of times I struggle, like, which side paper do I want? And this makes it a lot easier, because I don't have to make a decision. I just pick the front, and it's perfect. So I'm going to secure this right down. No dimensionals, although I think I am going to put a dimensional behind that label. I'm going to center this, right, left, top, bottom. I'm just eyeballing it. I think that's great. Put some dimensionals right on top, on the back of this, because dimensionals are my fan favorite. I feel like you cannot go wrong using dimensionals. And I'm going to be back on Thursday. I'll do 2 more Facebook Lives and 2 on Friday. So if you go to my Facebook page, Stamping is Fun, find me, Terry Stewart, Stampin' Up Demonstrator, Stamping is Fun, and you can watch live. Or if not, you can catch me on YouTube on my Stampin' Up channel. My YouTube channel, Stamping is Fun. Like and subscribe, and you'll be notified the next time I go live. There, down here in the bottom, the corner. Like so. Up here, I think I like it kind of so this one on the right is peeking out. Oop. There we go. And I'm going to put some of these gold bling embellishments. Pull a few out here on the side. And we like odd numbers, or it's very pleasing to our eye. So I think I'm gonna do 5. So let's do a dot there. Let's move that a little up, put a dot there. This one up a little bit, dot there, one here, and one here. Okay, and using my take your pick tool and that putty end, I can pick up the gem and put it right on top. Of that glue. Ooh, get that little, there we go. And these little ones. Okay. Can you see that? Card. Pushed up a little more so you can see the bottom. Now I'm not going to do the inside because apparently I goofed up and took the part that I was going to have inside, and I've now put it on the outside, so I'll just stick a liner in, and I might do I was thinking about doing the stenciling on the inside, but I like to keep my cards, I don't stamp greetings on the inside, so I can personalize them. It's just the way I roll. Ooh, there's a gold one right there. Trying to get away from me. So I'll just personalize it when I'm getting ready to send it to whoever it ends up getting this beautiful card. Alright, so the camera is drifting a little bit. Oop. Let me push this up. And I can show you the other cards I've made. You can go and watch the videos for them. Day 1 through 4. Okay, so this is day 5 card. And day 1, we got the dies. Day 2 was the DSP. Day 3 was the gold embellishments. Day 4 was the labels. And then today, day 5, we got a stencil. So thank you so much for joining me on my crafting adventure as I do 12 days of crafting advent calendar. Remember, you can purchase this online on my online store while supplies last. I'll be back with more crafting on the fly, more crafting adventure later this week, and next week I intend to do one video Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and complete the 12 days of crafting. So thank you for joining me, whether you're watching live or on replay. Thank you. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can be notified the next time I go live with another fun stamping project. Until next time, remember, stamping is fun. Bye.